I spent years living by a quiet rulebook when it came to my body. It wasn't written anywhere, but I followed it carefully. What I should eat, how much I should weigh, how my body should look at my age, how much space I should take up, how I should dress to look appropriate, how I should move, sit, cross my legs, suck in my stomach, smile through discomfort. And for a long time, I thought that was normal, responsible, mature. Maybe you recognize this too. Maybe you've spent decades adjusting yourself without even thinking about it. Ordering the salad even when you wanted the pasta. Starting workouts you didn't enjoy because you felt like you had to. Criticizing your reflection before anyone else could. Feeling proud when you stayed disciplined and quietly disappointed when you didn't. What no one really talks about is how exhausting that becomes over time. Not physically, emotionally, carrying a constant low-level awareness of your body, monitoring it, managing it, trying to keep it acceptable, trying to keep it under control. Somewhere after 40, something starts to shift. Not loudly, not all at once. It might show up as a tiredness you can't quite explain, a resistance to starting another diet, a quiet anger when you hear yourself say, "I should really be more careful," or a moment when you realize you don't actually know what your body wants anymore because you've spent so long telling it what it should want. This video is about that moment, the moment when the rules start to feel heavier than helpful, when the shoulds stop motivating you and start suffocating you. When you realize that even though your body has carried you through decades of life, you've rarely been allowed to simply live inside it without judgment. Reclaiming your body isn't about changing it. It's about coming back to it, about letting go of the constant negotiation, about learning how to listen instead of control, about discovering a kind of freedom that doesn't come from shrinking, fixing, or improving yourself, but from finally letting yourself be at home in your own skin. This is not a before and after story. There is no finish line here. This is a conversation, a gentle one, the kind you wish someone had started with you years ago. If you've ever felt disconnected from your body, tired of managing it, or unsure how to relate to it without rules attached, you're in the right place. Let's start at the beginning, with the invisible chains we were never told we were wearing. The shoulds rarely arrive all at once. They settle in slowly, over years, sometimes generations. They come from parents who meant well, from doctors who spoke in numbers instead of nuance, from magazines, comments, mirrors, partners, friends, and even strangers. You should finish your plate. You should eat less than that. You should lose weight. You should be grateful your body works. You should try harder. You should be more disciplined. You should look better for your age. None of these rules are dramatic on their own. That's what makes them powerful. They blend into everyday life. They sound reasonable, sensible, caring, even. But over time, they teach you something very specific. Your body is something to manage, not something to trust. Many women learned early that approval followed compliance. Compliments came when you lost weight. Praise arrived when you were good. Concern appeared when your body changed. Even silence could feel like feedback. And slowly, without ever deciding to, you began shaping yourself around expectations instead of comfort. Diet culture didn't always look extreme. Sometimes it looked like being healthy, counting calories quietly, exercising to earn food, feeling guilty for resting, feeling virtuous for pushing through pain, ignoring hunger, ignoring fullness, ignoring exhaustion. And the hardest part? You may not even realize how much space these rules take up. They sit in the background of your thoughts. They influence how you move through rooms, how you dress, how you eat in front of others, how you speak about yourself. They shape your inner voice. Maybe you've noticed how automatic the criticism is, catching your reflection and immediately scanning for flaws, feeling uncomfortable when your body changes, even though change is natural, feeling pressure to fix yourself before you're allowed to feel confident or worthy. What makes these chains invisible is that they often come wrapped in responsibility. You tell yourself you're just being realistic, or disciplined, or proactive. But beneath that, there's often fear. Fear of being judged, fear of taking up too much space, fear of losing approval. The truth is, many women have never been taught how to simply exist in their bodies without evaluating them. There was always a condition attached. You can relax once you lose the weight. You can enjoy yourself once you improve. You can feel confident later. Unpacking the shoulds doesn't mean rejecting care or health or self-respect. It means questioning who gets to decide how your body should be treated. It means noticing when rules are no longer serving you. It means recognizing that the discomfort you feel isn't a personal failure. It's often the natural result of carrying expectations that were never designed for your well-being. Before you can reclaim your body, you have to see what's been shaping your relationship with it, gently, without blame, just with honesty. Because awareness is where freedom starts. For a long time, the disconnect between you and your body doesn't arrive with drama. It sneaks in quietly. It shows up as ignoring hunger because it's not time yet, as pushing through exhaustion because resting feels lazy, as dressing to hide instead of dressing to feel. One day, you realize you've been living around your body, not inside it. Many women notice this awakening in their 40s, not because something suddenly broke, but because the body starts speaking louder. What used to be tolerable no longer is. Diets stop working the way they used to. Pushing harder doesn't bring the same results. Sleep becomes fragile, stress lands deeper, and instead of responding with care, the instinct is often to double down on control. Eat less, try harder, be stricter, as if the body is misbehaving instead of communicating. This is often the moment when a strange thought appears. I don't actually know what my body wants anymore. You might feel it when you eat something healthy and feel unwell afterward, or when you force yourself through a workout that leaves you depleted instead of energized, or when you catch yourself criticizing your reflection without even realizing you've done it. The rules are still there, but the connection is gone. Living like this takes a toll. It creates a low-level tension that never fully leaves. Food becomes something to manage instead of enjoy. Movement becomes punishment instead of expression. Rest feels earned instead of necessary. And slowly, that internal pressure shows up emotionally. Anxiety around meals, guilt around rest, shame around weight changes, a constant sense that you're doing something wrong, even when you're trying your best. What makes this disconnection especially painful is how normalized it is. No one questions it when a woman ignores her needs. No one worries when she puts herself last. In fact, it's often praised. But inside, something feels off. The body feels like an object you're responsible for managing, not a home you're allowed to live in. Ignoring this awareness only deepens the divide. The more you push away discomfort, the louder it becomes. The body keeps score. It remembers years of being overridden, dismissed, controlled, and eventually it asks to be listened to, not politely, firmly. This awakening isn't a failure, it's an invitation, a moment where something inside you says, I can't keep doing this the same way. It doesn't mean you've done everything wrong. It means you've reached a point where old strategies no longer fit the life you're living now. Recognizing disconnection can feel unsettling. There's grief in realizing how long you've been at odds with yourself, but there's also relief. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it, and that awareness is the beginning of change. This stage isn't about fixing your body, it's about listening, about noticing how often you override your own signals, about asking simple questions like, am I hungry? Am I tired? Am I tense? And letting the answers matter. You don't reconnect overnight, but the moment you stop ignoring yourself, something softens, the pressure eases, and for the first time in a long while, your body doesn't feel like a problem to solve. It feels like a conversation waiting to happen. Reclaiming your body begins with permission. Not permission from a doctor, a partner, or a culture that never really gave it in the first place. Permission from yourself. Permission to stop living by rules that no longer serve you. Permission to question what you were told was normal. Permission to choose differently, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. For many women, this is one of the hardest steps. The rules have been there for so long that breaking them feels rebellious, even dangerous. Eating when you're hungry instead of when the plan says you should. Resting without earning it. Choosing movement that feels good instead of movement that burns the most calories. Letting your body change without immediately trying to shrink it back. Freedom here doesn't look dramatic. It looks quiet. It looks like noticing you're full and stopping without guilt. Like skipping a workout because your body needs rest. Like buying clothes that fit the body you have today, not the one you're trying to force yourself back into. These choices may seem small, but emotionally, they're enormous. Redefining freedom means understanding that autonomy isn't about doing whatever you want all the time. It's about trusting yourself again, about believing that your body isn't the enemy, about allowing sensation, appetite, fatigue, and pleasure to exist without judgment. This stage often comes with fear. Fear of losing control, fear of gaining weight, fear of being judged, fear of letting yourself go. That fear makes sense. Control has been presented as safety for decades. Letting go of it feels like stepping into the unknown. But here's what becomes clear with time. Control never brought peace. It brought compliance. It brought constant monitoring. It brought a fragile sense of worth tied to how well you followed the rules. Freedom, on the other hand, brings steadiness. It brings trust. It brings relief. Giving yourself permission doesn't mean you stop caring about your health or your body. It means you stop punishing it. It means you start making choices from respect instead of fear, from curiosity instead of shame. There will be moments of doubt, days where old thoughts return. That doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. Unlearning takes time. You're dismantling beliefs that were reinforced for years. Compassion matters here more than consistency. Redefining freedom also means releasing the need to explain yourself. You don't owe anyone a justification for how you eat, move, rest, or look. Your body isn't a public project. It's yours. As this permission settles in, something shifts. Your body starts to feel less tense. Decisions feel clearer. You begin to notice pleasure again. Not the kind you have to earn, but the kind that exists naturally when you're present. This is where reclaiming your body stops being theoretical and starts being lived. Not perfectly, not all at once, but honestly. Freedom isn't about becoming someone new, it's about returning to yourself. Reclaiming your body doesn't happen all at once. It doesn't arrive with a dramatic declaration or a sudden wave of confidence. It begins quietly, often in small moments that don't look impressive from the outside. It starts the first time you pause and ask your body what it needs instead of telling it what it should do. For many women, this feels unfamiliar at first. You may have spent decades overriding your own signals, eating because it's allowed, not because you're hungry, exercising because you feel guilty if you don't, not because it feels good, resting only when exhaustion forces you to stop. Re-inhabiting your body means gently reversing that pattern. It means beginning to listen again. One of the first shifts often happens around food. Not in a rigid way, not by following another set of rules, but by noticing. Noticing how different foods make you feel. Noticing hunger and fullness without judgment. Noticing when you're eating out of stress, boredom, or obligation rather than appetite. This isn't about perfection. It's about curiosity. It's about letting your body participate in the conversation again. Movement changes too. Many women realize they've been moving their bodies in ways that feel punishing or disconnected. Workouts chosen because they burn the most calories or promise the fastest results, not because they feel nourishing. Reclaiming your body can mean choosing movement that feels supportive instead. Walking, stretching, swimming, gentle strength training, dancing in your living room, movement that helps you feel present rather than evaluated. Another part of re-inhabiting your body is learning to set boundaries with external noise. That includes social media, wellness trends, and even well-meaning comments from others. You're allowed to mute voices that make you question yourself. You're allowed to step away from conversations that revolve around shrinking, fixing, or optimizing your body. Protecting your mental space is part of protecting your physical self. This chapter of reclamation also involves reconnecting with sensation, feeling your feet on the ground, taking slower breaths, noticing tension and allowing it to soften, touching your own body with kindness instead of critique. These small acts rebuild trust. They remind you that your body isn't an object to manage, but a place you live. There will be days when this feels easy, and days when old habits resurface. That's normal. Re-inhabiting your body isn't about never slipping back. It's about noticing sooner and responding with compassion instead of punishment. Every time you choose presence over pressure, you reclaim a piece of yourself. Every time you listen instead of forcing, you strengthen the relationship. This isn't a destination you arrive at and stay forever. It's a practice, one that deepens over time. And slowly, without fanfare, you begin to feel more at home in your body than you have in years. Something shifts when you stop fighting your body, not all at once, not in a dramatic way, but in a steady, grounding sense of relief. You realize how much energy was tied up in monitoring, correcting, and judging yourself. When that pressure loosens, space opens. And in that space, a quieter kind of power begins to form. Living authentically embodied doesn't mean loving every part of your body every day. It means respecting it, It means treating it as an ally rather than a project. You stop measuring your worth by how closely you meet someone else's standard and start anchoring it in how connected you feel to yourself. This shift changes how you move through the world. You take up space differently. You speak with more ease. You stop apologizing for your presence. When you're no longer at war with your body, you're less reactive, less defensive, less consumed by comparison. You're more available to your life. Relationships often change as a result. When you're embodied, you're clearer about your needs. You're less likely to tolerate comments, dynamics, or expectations that undermine your sense of self. You show up more honestly, and you connect more deeply. That includes romantic relationships, friendships, and even the relationship you have with your family. Your work life can shift too. Confidence rooted in embodiment feels different from confidence based on performance. It's steadier. You trust your instincts more. You're less shaken by external validation or criticism. You know when to push and when to rest. You advocate for yourself with less fear. There's also a softness that comes with this stage, a gentleness toward yourself that wasn't available before. You understand your limits. You respect your rhythms. You no longer see rest as weakness or self-care as indulgence. You recognize that caring for your body is foundational to everything else. This quiet power doesn't announce itself. It doesn't need to. It shows up in how you make choices, in how you recover from hard days, in how you return to yourself again and again. Reclaiming your body after years of shoulds isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to someone familiar, someone who is always there, waiting beneath the noise. And as you live from this place, you may notice something surprising. The freedom you were chasing was never about changing your body. It was about coming back into it. This is the kind of freedom that lasts, the kind that doesn't fade with trends or age, the kind that grows stronger the more you honor it, and it belongs to you. Reclaiming your body after years of shoulds isn't loud. It doesn't come with a dramatic before and after photo or a sudden wave of confidence that fixes everything overnight. It's quieter than that, slower, more intimate. It feels less like becoming someone new and more like finally coming back to someone you've known all along. When you start listening to your body instead of correcting it, something shifts. You stop waking up at war with yourself. You stop bracing for mirrors, meals, movement, aging. Your body stops feeling like a project that constantly needs improvement and starts feeling like a place you live in, a place that holds your memories, your strength, your resilience, your softness. That doesn't mean the old thoughts never show up again. They do. The I should eat less, the I should look better, the I should be more disciplined by now. But they don't have the same power they once did. You hear them, and instead of obeying, you pause. You ask yourself what you actually need: rest, nourishment, movement that feels kind, or maybe nothing at all. This kind of freedom doesn't ask you to love your body every single day. It just asks you to treat it with respect, to stop punishing it for surviving everything it's been through, to stop expecting it to look like it did in a different chapter of your life. And here's the surprising part. When you stop fighting your body, you gain energy back. Not the frantic kind fueled by guilt, but a steadier energy, the kind that spills into your relationships, your work, your creativity. You become more present, less preoccupied, more grounded in yourself. Reclaiming your body also changes how you move through the world. You take up space differently. You speak with more certainty. You stop apologizing for existing exactly as you are. You begin trusting your internal signals more than outside opinions. That trust is powerful. If this journey feels slow, that's okay. If it feels messy, that's okay too. You're undoing decades of conditioning. You're rewriting rules that were handed to you before you even had language for them. That kind of work takes time. But every small moment matters. Every time you choose to eat without guilt. Every time you move your body because it feels good, not because you're trying to fix it. Every time you speak to yourself with gentleness instead of criticism. These moments add up. This isn't about perfection. It's about presence. About inhabiting your body fully, as it is now, in this season of your life. You don't need to earn the right to feel at home in yourself. You already belong here. And if nothing else, I hope this space reminded you of that. Before you go, I want to invite you to join this community of women rediscovering themselves after 40. If you found comfort, clarity, or even just a moment of peace in this video, please subscribe. It helps this channel grow, and it helps more women find the support they deserve. And if you have a second, leave a like and a comment. I would love to hear what resonated with you the most. Thank you for being here. Truly.